which actually boosts the clout and shit. But yeah, I realized how important the imagination is in success. That there's people who don't have images and visions, and I'm like, if you sit in front of me and you don't have images and visions of your life and how it's molding, you're never gonna be successful. Like, I give that Ronaldo example of kicking a ball to the net. That motherfucker magically sees it, bro. That's how he keeps repeating it. When I say Ronaldo kicking a ball into a net is not a human kicking a ball. There's some magic happening there. It's bringing too much of the world's attention to a fucking kick.
Even the neurophysiology of the brain, when you're imagining that woman or kicking the ball into the net, the same pathways in the brain are lit up.
Oh, say that louder. Say that louder.
So the same pathways in the brain are lit up, whether you're mimicking it and imagining it in your mind, or
wait, is it to the same degree? Like you imagine it and it's a bit of a buzz, and then you do it, it's a big buzz, or it's the same?
If you're a professional at what you're doing, it looks exactly the same on an fMRI. You cannot tell the difference. If you're looking at just the brain scans, you would not be able to tell the difference between the two.
That's terrifying too, because what if you're bad at that manifesting?
But you're imagining the sequencing of kicking the ball, where your foot is in every split second of that.
Yeah, and I always say that they're not. You can talk about this. It's like this blew my mind that the genius is, like, let's say Ronaldo, he's not kicking a ball in a mechanical sense in his head. He's playing with it. And play, the same with Floyd Mayweather. His jab, there's play to it. It's not just, because those overthinkers don't jab like Floyd, or those guys who kick the ball like Ronaldo, they don't have that magic oomph because there's no play. And I'm like, what the fuck is this word play? Play is imagination. That's all it is. And that's why when I hate the fucking gay term of manifestation, but guys, this visualizing, and I hate when I say visualize because they think it's like a whole story in your head. No, it's foggy. It's literally foggy as fuck. Like, you could visualize yourself being just a better runner, and then you get to that point, and then a better, goal scorer, whatever. And then it's like the image slowly through weeks and weeks of working hard. What I like to call, and I want to start a clothing line off this. I want to start a clothing line called Second Nature, because I swear to God, the number one correlating factor to success, I don't think it's testosterone. People say that, sure, whatever. I think the number one thing is when something becomes second nature to a human. So that's why I say to everyone, I'm like, if you want to do anything in life, just do it until it becomes a habit. And then you can see if you can develop that into a business or a real skill set. So for example, 31 moon cycle, let's say 28 days, that's all you need for something to become second nature, whether it's brushing your teeth, whether it's fitness, whatever the fuck. So these guys that I tell to read books, there's a threshold. When you pass a certain threshold, it's not hard anymore. It's second nature. And now what's funny is when things become second nature, then there's a refinement process of, because when things become second nature, you find out how much you suck at it, really. Because then you go, oh, wow, 28 days and I still am right here. But that's a building block. That's the first building block, is you need to make, like, if I put you in a bar setting with women, after 28 days, I don't care who the fuck you are, you're not going to be good at picking up women, but you are never going to have anxiety for a conversation. It's too many interactions in 28 days that you'll have a conversation in a subconscious way where you're on autopilot. That's exactly what we want. When you're driving home from work, you how the fuck did I get home? It was just autopilot. That's exactly with women, bro. Is that when it becomes autopilot, and that's why I say experience, bro. The experience is fucking huge. When it becomes second nature, this is why quantity is important. I'm not saying you fuck all these bitches, but the quantity of dates is super important before you fucking meet the love of your life or whatever the fuck. But yeah, what do you think? Take that wherever you want to go, bro. Is this mine or yours?
That's yours. The neurophysiology of the brain is when you're practicing something, when you first start off, doing something, you're not comfortable with it. It's being processed in the frontal part of the brain, right? Which means that you're going to be very aware of it. It's going to feel very contrived. It's going to feel very forced. The moment you can relegate it to the automatic processes is where it moves to the basal ganglia. Then you can start thinking about, what am I trying to achieve here on a higher order?
And really, this is where your ego absorbs the new experience, and your ego actually grows. So Jung talks about the ego growing, and now you identify with your second nature of talking to women. So after a month, now I'm just a guy who talks to a bunch of women at work. I'm not good at fucking getting to bed and stuff, but it's second nature. That is the biggest, like, I'm gonna be honest, Heel Mike, he does great with women, but when he strikes out, not only does my community cringe, but when Heel Mike strikes out, it's not a normal strikeout, it's horrific. And in my head, I'm like, he only got good because of the quantity. Right? But if Heel Mike wasn't a drunk guy and he was just
numbers game,
if he focused on his clips and how to refine his game and focus on the quality, that's when Heel Mike would take it to the next level. But again, Heel Mike just runs quantity. He'll meet 10 women,